I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Harry Singh, the Technology Director of Human Protocol.
I initially hailed from India. I moved to UK in 2013 to study artificial intelligence and computer science. Got together with a few friends, the classic story. We were having beer in university. Someone introduced, have you looked at this coin, Ethereum? And then by the time I was graduating, I was like, you know what, I need to do something on my own. Of course, with the exposure to AI and the blockchain side of things as well, I kicked off my own startup called Harjyot. Now it's called Provenance, which initially focused on detecting plagiarism for artists and musicians online and kind of rewarding them using blockchain and AI. Yeah, so that was a nice thing. But that track obviously did not go anywhere because it turns out it's very hard to enforce. So we kind of took the core tech out and built something that we decided we could see was very important for the industry, which is misinformation detection. Luckily for me, it ran so well that I decided, okay, it's time for me to take a step back and try new avenues. And I met one of Human's co-founders. Sounded like an interesting project, something different, real application of core blockchain technology, and something I really passionately care about, like the diversification of jobs across the globe and making jobs accessible. And so, yeah, I joined Human Protocol back then, coming to 2 years now, joined as a software architect. Now I serve as the technology director, where under me, we are managing the product, the core tech, some parts of the technical partnerships, the overall ecosystem development, and even our marketing efforts.
I would love to dive a little bit more into Human Protocol. I know you're the technology director. Maybe you can talk a little bit about the protocol, but also just about the vision of the platform.
Essentially, we are building decentralized infrastructure that powers dual-sided marketplaces, where kind of humans and machines can collaborate to solve any fungible task. If you look back at early 2010s, we see that there was an emerging trend, a part of economy that wasn't realized before technology could be at a level, and that is dual-sided marketplaces, right? Which means that there is someone probably on this side of the world, on this side of the city, not even in the near physical space to you, who wants something done. And there is someone on the opposite side that can deliver that and can deliver that well. And so you saw platforms like Swiggy, Uber Eats, all these platforms emerge. And these are essentially what dual-sided marketplaces are. So we at Human kind of looked and said, wait, actually there is an abstract level where you can, all these different platforms have something in common. And that is basically a four-step process. There is a process of job creation. There is a process of matching this job to a particular person who can solve it. Then there is the work actually being done and the verification of how this work was done. And then there's obviously the settlements and the person getting the solution. Suddenly it turns out you can just create an engine that powers marketplaces like this. Now, why do this in a decentralized way and not a centralized way, right? Because most of these companies are doing it in a centralized manner. These companies, just because of the way they have control over your profile, the centralized manner of control, they can just decide not to pay you out or charge you penalties or really call your work obsolete. If you do it in an entirely decentralized, permissionless manner, we as a protocol, that engine, the technology engine, have no say in that part of the process. And it's all governed by multiple actors playing in the system in different parts, be it the oracles, be it the validators, who kind of support and do that for you. Another example I like to highlight as a worker why it's very interesting is you're in Vietnam or some emerging country. Do you really trust the banking systems to pay you out in time? Or do you trust an automated software system that you can see in front of you to pay you out in time, where you can actually go within a few minutes and go and spend that money that you've earned? So yeah, I think that's the protocol in a nutshell.
I would love to know a little bit more about where exactly the team is at with the protocol.
We kind of have the initial version of protocol already running on Ethereum mainnet. So this end-to-end process that I just described to you is live and available on the Ethereum mainnet. Just because of our existing, let's say, domain expertise, kind of built our own first marketplace on top. So you can call it the Human Protocol Machine Learning Marketplace. And that is thriving with one of our partner projects, HCaptcha, that utilizes Human Protocol. We also just created something called the Human Grants Program. So hopefully in the very near future, we're going to see a lot of new interesting marketplaces on us. We do have a human token. It's on Ethereum mainnet. We are kind of diversifying into the first EVM compatible side chains right now, where where we have already taken part of that bridge process and etc. Human token is essentially a utility-oriented token. There's oracles, validators for settlement. It depends on what the creator and what the earner of the job wants to do. So it's a lot of flexibility. So yeah, there's a lot of active community members who are very interested in the growth of the human token. And I mean, there's more information on the entire tokenomics on our website already as well. The ambassadors program is kind of our first foray into building those diverse communities that we're looking for, right? And ambassadors are our first educators, creators, moderators, organizers, and campaigners who are gonna penetrate those deeply local, maybe even non-English speaking communities and really help us reach that kind of a crowd. Apart from the ambassador program as well, we have just recently launched the Dev Bounty program. We kind of want to build a healthy community of developers who are actively contributing to the human protocol's development, features, bugs, and really getting rewarded for it. The ambassador program, the Dev Bounty program, bug bounty programs are really important to us because we need to reach out to those people and we need to get them actively involved in human protocol. We are a foundation at the end of the day, and getting the community to run majority parts of it is kind of our goal.